Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. This is the English translation of the Majlis of Hazrat Maulana Qamar Uzzaman Saheb Ahmad Barakatuhum, which took place on Sunday, the 18th of Shawwal, 1445, corresponding with the English date, 28th of April 2024. Hazrat Wala starts off by quoting the hadith of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam. عن محمود بن لبيد رضي الله تعالى عنه أن النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم قال: اثنتان يكرههما ابن آدم، يكره الموت، والموت خير للمؤمن من الفتنة، ويكره قلة المال، وقلة المال أقل للحساب. رواه أحمد. Yeah, Hazrat Wala is saying that this narration is from Mahmud ibn Labid radiyallahu ta'ala an. He's saying that Nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam is mentioned that there are two things that Ibn Adam dislikes. He dislikes death, while it is actually better for him than that of fitna. If he's going to be alive, there will be so many tests, trials, tribulations for him. So he dislikes death, while death is better for him than the fitnas. And he dislikes less wealth, qillat al-mal, deficiency in wealth, whereas a little wealth is less hisab. There will be less hisab for him in that. His hisab would be less. Now, Hazrat Wala is saying that Hazrat Maulana Shah Wasiullah Sahib used to say that normally the abwab and the chapters regarding ahkam, much elaborate kalam and details are mentioned while teaching them. Whereas when it comes to riqaq, when it comes to these abwab, it is just passing like that, how the passing of the clouds are. They come and they move over different places. That's it. They just move with that speed. Whereas the riqaq supposed to be discussed in detail, because that what brings mercy, compassion, softness to the heart. Hazrat Maulana Shah Wasiullah Sahib used to sit with the tafsir kitab. Here I am quoting to you the hadith. He used to sit and then he would go, his hal was such, with such a type of passion, and ruku after ruku, he would then go on reading. Now here in this particular hadith, Nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam is teaching us and telling us about two things which Ibn Adam dislikes. He dislikes death, whereas it is better for him than that of the fitnas. He dislikes less wealth, qillat al-mal, whereas less wealth would be good for him because there would be less hisab for him. So here, he's worried about so much of wealth. He has so much of wealth, but he's not prepared to even give 10 rupees towards that of the masjid. Hazrat Sayyidina Rifa'i rahimahullah ta'ala used to say that what is waz? This is waz. Waz is where a person speaks about the ailments and the sicknesses and diseases of the heart. Amraz-e nafsani bayan karne ka naam hai. What is waz? Waz is when a person speaks about the weaknesses and deficiencies in the a'mals that we are carrying out. That is waz. Hazrat Maulana Shah Wasiullah Sahib used to say, I am speaking here, I am giving waz here, there are few people here, but if Allah so wishes, this voice of mine would reach to the four corners of the world. On one occasion, Hazrat Maulana Shah Wasiullah Sahib became severely ill. We were completely disturbed. Rather, we began weeping, thinking that it is the last moments. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala restored his health, and he gained his health completely and totally, after which he then remarked, when you people started crying, myself I thought that this is my last moments. I turned my attention to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and I asked him to give me respite so that I can prepare completely and totally. I can make islah of my heart and then return to him. Whereas today, if such an occasion has to come to us, or we are in such a type of a difficulty where we actually think we are dying, we would wish that our life can be restored, our health, and so that we can build one more story in that house, we can complete this business venture and that business venture, just the manafi of the dunya. Sheikh Sadi in Gulista has written much about these type of things. Nevertheless, in the dunya and things of the dunya, there are many benefits. But to achieve those type of benefits, a person needs to be intelligent. The most harmful thing to a person is hubbe mal, the love for wealth. Love for wealth. The more the wealth is, the more the tests, trials and tribulations will become. Don't you see in these cases here, in the estate where there is so much of wealth, etc., it comes to such an extent where people's lives are even taken, all in that of hubbe mal, the love of wealth. Hazrat saying, as far as I can remember, Hazrat Mujaddid Al-Fithani rahimahullah फरमाते थे कि इंसान को लाजिम है कि वह मुबाहात के दायरा से भी दूर रहे. That insan, it is necessary for him that he also stays quite clear and far from the boundaries of the permissible things. Why? The reason being, उसका कम से कम एक फ़ायदा तो ज़रूर है कि उसके हिसाब में तख़फ़ीफ़ रहेगी. There is at least one type of benefit which we can tell you most definitely, that he stayed away from it. Then most definitely in his hisab kitab there would be then much takhfif. It would be made much less. There would be much more leniency and ease for him when it comes to his time of hisab and kitab. Ice cream was brought to Hazrat Maulana Shah Wasiullah Saheb. And where was ice cream even found in those days so easily? And what was it mashhoor? It was mashhoor that he was a Jalali and a very fiery personality, due to which many people did not come there. And the end result of what that was that they were deprived. So, eating, he takes one spoon, he passes it on to the grandchildren, saying, "You rather eat it. If I eat it, I will commit sin." So what was that? It was from the category of mubahat. It was from the category of mubahat. His entire life, his diet and his intake of food was such that he sufficed just on roti and aloo tarkari. That was it. Allah Ta'ala also let us be pleased with a small amount of rizq and sustenance. Listen, it is jaiz, but you have to stay within the limits and within the boundaries. You know this kitab, I've actually written it for myself. Achi, it is definitely wonderful, and I've compiled much in this. Ibn Qayyim has also written regarding this particular topic. Hazrat Maulana Shah Wasiullah Saheb was very cautious. He would not even eat from the fish of that dam and talab which was in that village. Now you know there are so many stakeholders, so many shareholders, and then it would be taken and it would be distributed. But just because of the doubt that laid there, that was eminent and which was apparent and clear there, he would never ever eat. तो खाने पीने में बहुत एहतियात. When it came to food and drink, he was very, very cautious. And when it came to the matter of parda, he was also very cautious. Not only then, but already from his initial days, due to which his own mother had to testify to this by saying that Wasiullah is actually a born saint. So according to how less you would speak, that's how much less your reckoning and your hisab kitab would be. ما يلفظ من قول, he does not utter even a word, إلا لديه رقيب عتيد, except that there is a stern raqib, watcher and overlooker at his side, kara nigra. Allah Ta'ala give us all the tawfiq and the hidayat of making amal and making tayyari for the akhirat. Jo karna hai kar le, akhir maut hai. Do whatever you have to do. Eventually the inevitable and the end is nothing other than that of death. अपने से कम हैसियत वाले शख्स को देखो तो अपनी नियामत की कदर होगी. When you look at a person who is less well off than you, then you would appreciate the ni'mat that Allah has given you. Hadith. وعن أبي هريرة رضي الله تعالى عنه قال قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم انظروا إلى من هو أسفل منكم ولا تنظروا إلى من هو فوقكم فهو أجدر ألا تزدروا نعمة الله عليكم متفق عليه. Related from Abu Hurairah radiallahu ta'ala an, he mentions that Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam has said, look to the one or look at the person who is less fortunate than you. He has less than you have. Do not look at the one who is above you and has more than you, because this would actually make it easy for you not to understand the ni'mats of Allah to be low and insignificant, the ni'mats that Allah has given you. But what to do? Insan just doesn't listen. Magar insan nahi manta hai, he doesn't accept. And always he's got his gaze to the one who's more wealthy than him. And he never ever looks at the one who is less fortunate than him. Eventually he gets stuck and involved in that of nashukri and being ungrateful to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. If only we look at those who are less fortunate than us, so that we can make qadr of the ni'mat of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and Allah ta'ala will then give us the tawfiq and the hidayat of making shukr to Him. Now, when it comes to the matters of deen, then we should look to those who are above us so that we can enhance ourselves and progress in the matters of deen, and we can have more fikr and concern regarding those aspects of deen. In Tirmizi Sharif, it is mentioned that in the matters of deen, we should always look at those who are above us so that we can get the thirst, the quest, enthusiasm in us to progress and to become better in our deen. And in the matters of deen, we should not look towards those who are less than us, because then we would become proud, arrogant, rather self-conceited that we are doing so much, there is no one like us, look at how much we have done. Lekin bad nasib insan, yahan bhi baaz nahi aata. But what to do and what to say? The unfortunate human, even here at this point, doesn't want to listen and follow the ta'limats. Rather, he does the complete opposite. Deen wa dunya की तरक्की के लिए उससे ज़्यादा मुख्तसर व आसान नुस्खा कोई नुस्खा न है. Regarding progress in the matters of deen and dunya, there is no more concise prescription than this. Or na ho sakta, and they can never ever be, meaning pondering on these ahadith of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, these prescriptions given to us directly by Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Ab apne apne naseeb ki baat, now it's left to you and what you decide. Jo chahe fayda utha le, or jo chahe mahroom rahe. Those who want, they may reap the benefits, and those who want can stay deprived and deprived. Wallahul Muwaffiq. This is actually taken from Jawahirul Hikam. You know, who's seen this? Referring to the incident of the ice cream where Hazrat Shah Wasiullah Sahab barely took a spoon or two and then passed it on. It was permissible. It was permissible. But in the mubahat, this is what he done. He did not get lost in it. He did not stay there and forget about everything, and he was just there. People did not look at occasions like this. They looked at the end where the dunya fell at his feet and there was wealth, there was properties, jaidad, etc. Now make dua that Allah Ta'ala makes our akhirat better than that of our dunya. Allah Ta'ala bless us with maqam rida and let us reach there. That is actually Jannah. رَبَّنَا آتِنَا فِي الدُّنْيَا حَسَنَةً وَفِي الْآخِرَةِ حَسَنَةً وَقِنَا عَذَابَ النَّارِ. Let me tell you, it is actually your blessings, you people here, referring to the attendees in the Majlis, Hazrat Wala is saying, and it is your favor that you people have come, due to which I have conducted. And more than that, I have heard myself speaking, due to which I have benefited as well. Actually, it is for me, Allah Ta'ala accept. How many people came and were finished off? They have left this world. The dunya that we have here, Allah Ta'ala make it such that it is a means for our akhirat as well. رَبَّنَا تَقَبَّلْ مِنَّا إِنَّكَ أَنْتَ السَّمِيعُ الْعَلِيمُ وَتُبْ عَلَيْنَا إِنَّكَ أَنْتَ التَّوَّابُ الرَّحِيمُ بِحُرْمَةِ سَيِّدِ النَّبِيِّ الْكَرِيمِ صلى الله عليه